Chapter 2 Introduction to Photoshop CS6. Adobe Photoshop is professionally used for creating and editing graphics and photographs, drawing shapes and coloring. Starting Photoshop. The steps to start Photoshop CS6 are: click on Start, Photoshop CS6 option. The Photoshop window appears. Components of the Photoshop application window. Title bar. It is the topmost bar displaying the title of the application. Menu bar. Menu bar contains all main functions of Photoshop such as File, Edit, Image, Layer, Type, Select, Filter, 3D View, Window and Help. Here in an Adobe Photoshop CS6 window, you can see the various elements like menu bar, option bar, title bar, toolbox and palette. Toolbox. It contains the various tools available in Photoshop. Here are the various items of the toolbox: Marquee tool, Move tool, Lasso tool, Quick selection tool, Crop and slice tool, Eyedropper tool, Brush and patch tool, Brush and pencil tool, Stamp tool, History brush tool, Eraser tool, Gradient and paint bucket tool, Blur, sharpen and smudge, Dodge, burn and sponge tool, Pen and point tool, Type text tool, Path and direct selection, Shape tool, Hand and rotate tool, Zoom tool, Foreground color, Background color, Editing mode, Screen mode. Option bar. The options bar, which is located directly underneath the menu bar, is a useful tool when working with different tools in Photoshop. Palettes. Palettes contain functions that help you to view and modify the images. By default, palettes are stacked together in groups. These are the palettes that are usually visible: Navigator, Color, Histogram and Layer. If none of the palettes are visible, go to Window in the menu bar and choose palettes you need to work with. Creating a new file. The steps to create a new file are: click on File menu. New. The new dialog box appears. Specify the details and click on OK button. A new blank file is created. Here are the various elements of the new dialog box. As you can see in Name, assign a name for the file. Units. We can create our file in pixels, inches, millimeters or centimeters, etc. Color mode. Specify the number of colors that can appear in an image, that is bitmap, grayscale, RGB color, CMYK color. Width and height. Specify the width and height of the image. Resolution. Specify the resolution of the image, number of pixels per inch. Saving a file. The steps to save a file are: click on File menu, Save As. The Save As dialog box appears. Give a file name to the file. Select the location to save the file and click on Save button. Opening a file. The steps to open an existing file are: click on File menu, go to Open. The Open dialog box appears. Select the location where file is stored and select the file which you want to open. Click on Open button. Type of image format. Adobe Photoshop CS6 allows several types of image formats such as *.psd, *.tiff, *.bmp, *.jpeg, *.gif, *.pcx, *.pdf, etc. Changing image format. Open the required file. Now an image appears in Photoshop window. Click on File menu. Select Save As option. The Save As dialog box appears. Select the format from the drop-down Format list box. Click on Save button. Now your image has converted into your selected format. Closing a file. To close a file, click on File menu. Go to Close. Exiting Photoshop window. To exit Photoshop, click on File menu and go to Exit. Changing background and foreground color. To design just about anything in Photoshop, the most important basic element to understand is how to control the colors. The foreground color dictates the color that you write, draw, paint, spray or pour on your canvas. The current foreground color appears in the upper color selection box in the toolbox. The current background color appears in the lower box. Foreground and background color boxes in toolbox. Foreground color box, default colors icon, switch colors icon, background color box. The steps to change the foreground or background color are: click on Foreground and Background Color selection box in the toolbox. The Color Picker dialog box appears. Choose the color in Color Picker as in Figure 14. Click on OK button. Using the selection tools. As the name suggests, selection tools are used to select the image or part of it and work on the selected part. Rectangular marquee. This tool allows the user to select a rectangular, elliptical, single row or single column shape. The areas can then be copied or cut and then pasted into new layers. The steps to use rectangular marquee tool are: in the toolbox, right-click on Marquee tool. Select the shape of Marquee tool from the list. To select a rectangular part of an image, use Rectangular Marquee tool. Drag it on your image holding down the left mouse button. Additional options. When you click on Marquee tool, it shows options for selection in the options bar. Move tool. The Move tool is used to move selected part from one location to other. Clicking and holding the mouse button can adjust the positions of layer elements. Let us learn to use Move tool. The steps to use Move tool are: select the Move tool, move the pointer on the selected part of the image and drag the selected part to a new location. Lasso tool. This tool is used to make freehand polygon and magnetic selection. The steps to use Lasso tool are: right-click on Lasso tool, select the required lasso tool from the list. Click and drag the lasso tool around the image that you want to select. Release the mouse click after the selection is completed. Magic wand. The Magic Wand tool allows you to select an area of an image based on its color. When you click an area in the image with the Magic Wand, all the areas which have a similar color are selected. You can specify various options to determine the exact selection. The steps to use Magic tool are: in the toolbox, click on Quick Selection tool and select the Magic Wand tool from the list. On the options bar, set the tool's options. Tolerance defines the tool's sensitivity. The higher value you set, the wider areas are selected. Contiguous forces selecting similar colors only in the adjacent areas. Anti-alias softens the selection edges. It is set by default. Sample all layers makes the Magic Wand to select likewise colored areas in all visible layers. Click on image with the Magic Wand tool to select an area.